Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you here for quarterfinals of the UUNL against Taco here with, got a pretty crazy team. He's got Lando T, Charizard X, Superior, Toxapex, Alakazam, Cobalion, Mandibuzz, Bronzong, Comfey, Electivire, Kricketune, with the Z captains being Lando T, Cobalion, and Electivire. My team, of course, if you haven't seen the previous uploads, previous weeks, we got Megalodios, Clefable, Suicune, Scizor, Tornteam, Alolan Magneton, Conkeldurr, Lilligant, Paloswine, Pyroar, and Swoobat with our Z captains being Tornteam, Lilligant, Pyroar. So I'm gonna go through the team real quick, but here we got Megalodios here with Recover, Psychic, Ice Beam, Calm Mind. The only thing it doesn't touch is the Bronzong. Everything else gets absolutely destroyed by this. Then we got Slim Shady here, Alolan Muck with the Recycle, Iappa Berry, Knockoff, Pursue, Ice Punch, Recycle. This is to help against Bronzong to try to trap that, as well as Alakazam, which is really nice. It can provide a couple switches to other things like Superior as well. Toxapex if I'm not really that worried about getting burned and stuff like that. So next is Suicune with Rest, Sleep, Talk, Roar, Scald. Very generic set to help with the Charizard X and the Lando T. Can help against some of the other mons. It really doesn't. The only mons it really doesn't want to stay in is really Superior and Electivire. So that's that. Next we got Paloswine here. Stealth Rock, Ice Shard, Earthquake, Roar. Ice Shard for priority against Lando T and Charizard X, and Superior, which is really nice. Earthquake to hit like Toxapex. Charizard X really hard. The Cobalion really hard. Stuff like that. Electivire as well. Roar, because I know he's going to be shifting a lot, and if I could get the Charizard X in when I get Rocks, which I have Rocks up for a reason, if I could get Charizard X to come in on Rocks, which would be amazing, before it's Mega Evolved, that would be absolutely amazing for me, especially if it's against Frostbite here. Next we got Crypto with U-Turn, Knockoff, Hurricane, Defog. Crypto here, except for really Electivire and Bronzong, nobody on this team wants to take a Z Hurricane. That's why I have it here. U-Turn, Knockoff, Hurricane, Defog, Z Hurricane. Knockoff just because of like the weakened down Bronzong. U-Turn for Momentum and Defog because just in case he brings Webs, which could be really annoying. Or if he decides to set up T-Spikes, I don't have a little Muck anymore. Last but not least, I have Barber here with Clefable with Life Orb. Pretty much max HP, max special attack, modest nature, Soft Boy, Moonblast, Fire Blast, Psychic. Pretty much two-shots everything on his team as long as he's not very, very, very specially defensive Toxapex. But let's go into the match we got here. We got ended up bringing Lando T, Electivire, Mandibuzz, Toxapex, Charizard X, and Cobalion, which was really surprising because I totally thought Bronzong was coming, but I guess not because of Alolan Muck. He's probably worried about getting Pursuit Trapped and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I built my Alolan Muck for, but it's going to have its niche, I guess, this game as well. So I'm going to lead off with Torn. I feel like he's going to lead off he could lead off Cobalion, I think, or Lando T, but nothing wants to take a Z Hurricane other than maybe Electivire, and Electivire doesn't even want to take it that bad. So I'm going to lead off with Torn T. He's going to lead off with Lando T. I'm thinking this might be a Rocker or Scarfer. That's what I'm thinking. I checked the calc on the Scarf. I lived pretty much... I think I pretty much lived almost a Stone Edge unless he got like a crit. And Zero Hurricane just destroyed something. So he's going to go U-turn, revealing that he's actually Scarf. And I get to blow something back right now. I'm really hoping it is not the Electivire that comes in. And I don't want Toxapex to come in either, because then it can regen back, but it still takes a decent chunk. But he's going to go to Charizard here, which I question that play 100%. Maybe he's trying to get his Mega off right off the bat, but Torn just completely just annihilates the biggest threat on this team. Turn one, oh my god. And so he decides to bring in Electivire, which is obviously the play. And I'm going to go into Paloswine. I know it gets Cross Chop, but I wasn't really that... Cross Chop does it a lot, but I can pivot around. And he might think I might go into Megalodios, so I'm going to go into Paloswine. I'm all hyping up, and he goes for Ice Punch, predicting the Megalodios here. Or predicting me to stay in, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a neutral play, just to get some damage off in case I decide to stay in. Now I could get up rocks, which could be really nice. Like wear things down. He goes Landorus, which is kind of surprising because I would not think you would go Landorus on a Piloswine. I don't think anyone ever would think you'd go Lando T on a Piloswine. It's pretty much at full health. When I could just click Icicle Crash and basically like Oko you, so I don't know about that play, but he makes the play anyway. It's a right play, but I do get an Ice Shard off, which I disagree about him you turning here. I would have hard switch right there if I was him, but he wanted the momentum, so he gets to go into Cobalion here. And predicting, I'm really Piloswine's really useful this match against Electivire and the Lando T, so I'm gonna hard switch out into Suicune here. Suicune can help with that. Suicune's main job is pretty much done with Charizard X. It can help with other things. If Electivire is gone, this Suicune just walls the rest of his team. So I'm gonna go into Suicune. He's gonna go for the SD, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go for the Roar here. He's gonna go for a close combat here, try to get some chunked off. Does over half. I'm gonna get a Roar off here, and he goes into Lando, which isn't that bad, but it isn't the worst. Because I could just rest up here. As it was good as long as it wasn't Electivire, I was kind of fine with it, or like I guess Mandibuzz with a fast taunt, but that's really it. I'm gonna rest up here, which is fine. He goes for the U-turn, gets some trip damage off, and he's gonna U-turn out into a Mandibuzz actually, probably getting a Defog off or something like that. I'm gonna rest up here, and I'm gonna make a hard switch out into Clefable here, to put on pressure because Clefable does a lot of work here, and he goes into he goes for the Defog here. What I don't understand here, right here, why doesn't I'm gonna go for a Psychic here. I'm predicting Toxapex to come in. That's his only good switch in here. But he's gonna stay in and go for Toxic on Clefable on Magic Guard, and I'm pretty sure I would have just Oko this with Moonblast. I wish I did, as you'll see earlier, because this thing is gonna be a pain to get through. But I'm gonna go for the Moonblast here. I could have went for the Fire Blast now, but I'm gonna go for the Moonblast to huge chunk to Cobalion. That brings it down all the way. And I'm gonna make the switch out into. No, I'm gonna stay in. Part of the reason is so Suicune's pretty decent for the rest of the match, and I didn't want to get weakened because it could stall out Toxapex and Mandibuzz as long as Mandibuzz doesn't have taunt. Cobalion and Clefable. I don't know. Maybe I just misplayed, but I didn't really want to risk. I thought like a lot of things would take damage from this, and I wasn't sure. Maybe I could have gone out. Maybe I should have made the play out to Suicune here, but I didn't want free setup. And he goes for the Corkscrew Clash because I thought I would live 100% Iron Head. It said in the calc Iron Head I would live, but he reveals to be Corkscrew Crash. Takes out my Clefable, and that is pretty bad. I'm going to go out into Mega Latios. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. Ice Beam takes out Cobalion no matter what here. He's going to go into Mandibuzz, making that play, and Ice Beam does a clean 41%, but that reveals he's very Spadef, which is why I probably should have kept Clefable, but oh well. Can't do anything about it now. I'm going to switch out to Little Muck, he could pretty much deal with this pretty well. He goes for a Roost. And he's going to go out to Cobalion. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch here. Get some damage off. And he's going to go for Rocks. I'm going to stay and just go for Knockup just in case he makes a double again. But he's going to go for Rocks. And he's going to sack off Cobalion, which I'm a little surprised about. It kind of makes sense a little bit, and as you'll see in a minute. But he's going to go Lando. I'm going to make the play into Torrent here, predicting Earthquake or U-turn. I'm fine with either. I could cover both of them. He goes for the Earthquake. And I should have went for the Defog here. 100% Defog was the play. But I'm gonna go for the U-turn for momentum. He goes to Electivire, and this is gonna be the reason why. I'm gonna go out to Piloswine, does some chip damage, and I think I'm gonna live this. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake here. But he reveals Iron Tail. He lands it first of all, and then he gets the roll on it too. But that's besides the point. I think he gets the roll on it. I need to check though later. But he does land it, and that takes out Piloswine, so that's really annoying. That I don't have electric switch in here. I'm gonna go into Mega Latios. I'm gonna go for Psychic because I wasn't sure if he's gonna overpredict here because I went for Ice Beam last time and Mandibuzz. Well, it does take 2, but oh well. He's gonna go into Mandibuzz. I'm gonna go for the Psychic, make the bad read, and I'm gonna go into a little Muck here, which is my wall to this. It can wall this pretty well, as long as it doesn't have Taunt, which he reveals Foul Play. So I believe at this point we've seen all of its moves: Roost, Toxic, Defog, Foul Play. So I guess that does alright chip, but I'm gonna go for the knockoff here. Try to chip some things down. Get rid of the Black Surge on Toxapex, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna go to Torn T and try to defog away the rocks here. He makes a play back into Mandibuzz. Interesting, because I could have went for a double knockoff or something like that, or made some play. If I went for like a curse set, that'd have been really bad for him. But I'm gonna go for a defog, get rid of rocks. As he goes for toxic, I'm alright with that. I'm gonna be regenning out in and out anyway. I'm gonna go for a knockoff, I believe here, trying to see if Electivire comes in and take that item if I really need to. Doesn't do anything to Toxapex, and I'm gonna just U-turn out. I real on my set pretty much because he knows I have a flying type move, so I don't have taunt. Which is kind of interesting because he didn't bring something on Toxapex to deal with that. To go with T-Spikes or something like that. But he's gonna go for Scald. Suicune gets a burn a rest turn right here, which is really nice. He's gonna go into Electivire. I'm gonna go for Sleep Talk. Hopefully get a Roar or Scald. Nope, I don't get either. Get rest here, and I'm gonna have to make a switch out. I'll make a switch out into Slim Shady. Now with Rocks up, I'm able to deal with it pretty well with Electivire, because now IAPA just brings me back up here, which is really nice. And now I'm getting chip damage on Electivire, which he knows Electivire is his win con right now. So he's gonna go to Mandibuzz. I'm gonna go for a Recycle here, get my berry back, which is really nice. He's gonna make a switch out into Toxapex. I'm gonna go for Ice Punch, maybe getting a freeze or something like that, or getting catching something on the switch in. I'm gonna go back out of Suicune, burn another sleep turn, which is nice. He gets a crit, doesn't really matter too much. I'm gonna make the double out into Mega Latios, predicting the Electivire here. He probably thinks the Electivire is free here. And I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam, predicting the Mandibuzz here. And this is where I'm gonna have to make a play to break through Mandibuzz here. I'm gonna have to go for Calm Mind here to take it out, to two-shot it here. So he's gonna go for. I'm predicting he's gonna go for a Roost to keep this thing as healthy as possible. I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind here, as he's gonna go for a Roost. I could have went for a Reflect type, which wouldn't have been really cool, but I'm gonna go for a Roost. I get an Ice Beam off, which does a lot of damage. He goes for a Foul Play, which is pretty nice for him, but I'm now able to two-shot this thing, and he doesn't have a switch into this, as he's gonna have to sack this off and bring in Scarf Lando here. At this point, I'm gonna keep this around because I could recover on the Toxapex or even Electivire, maybe, depending. He's gonna go for U-turn into Crypto, the Torn. That's fine. He's gonna go to Electivire, and I'm just gonna be like, I believe I sack Torn here. I'm gonna sack Torn here. I'm gonna go for a knockoff here, in case he goes for like a Volt Switch and like tries to like make some reads and stuff like that. And at this point, I'm gonna figure out that he is actually E-Belt here. So maybe Iron Tail actually might have taken me out at that point. I forgot the calc. I don't know if I was calculating with Life Orb or anything like that. I'm gonna go down to Toxic. That's fine. I get to bring in my Suicune here. I get to burn an. I believe this is the turn I wake up, or is the next turn? Oh, this next turn I lose. Not lose, but wake up. As I'm gonna go for a Sleep Talk here, and I'm finally gonna get a Scald, which is amazing, and I get the burn, which is even better as Electivire goes down. This game's pretty much all but over, as Toxapex and Lando cannot beat Suicune whatsoever. And as I wake up this turn as well, so I'm going to go for a Scald. He's going to go for U-turn, trying to chip me down, I guess. Doesn't do that much, 15%. I'm going to wake up, get a Scald, trying to see if I can get a burn on Toxapex to wear that thing down. I want to see what he wants to try to do here. Maybe he's going for a Toxic or something like that, carry some move. He's going to go for a Scald, and he's going to reveal that I think he's actually like modest Toxapex, which is really weird. I don't know why, but I'm going to make the hard switch onto the Mega Latios, making that read. As he goes for a Scald, doesn't do any, does like half, like 9%, I meant. 9%, which I had 18 at the time, so which is really good. So I can recover off. And now I get to see what he does. I wasn't sure if he's going to hard switch there into Lando. He gets a crit. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to just recover that off. Oh, get up to full. And Megalodon is just going to win this game here. He gets the burn. I don't really care about that much. I'm going to go for a Psychic. I'm going to throw off a Psychic right now. As he goes, as that can bring him so far down. As he goes for a Scald. I'm going to recover off just in case because I don't want to die to U-turn from Lando. And I'm going to go and I'm going to recover that off. He's going to go for a Scald. I want to get Megalodon the last couple of kills. The last 2 kills. I'm going to go for Ice Beam. Psychic takes out Lando at this point anyway, but I just for the feel for it, I guess. As he's going to bring in Lando T. And he's going to go for Explosion. And robs me of a Megalaudio scale. Dude, oh well. GG to Taco. It's a good game. I made some bad predictions, I think, in some of the parts. But he made that. You could also say that around that he made some good reads in that point. He also made some bad plays, or you could call them good plays by me. So I don't know what you want to call them, but we're on to the semifinals. I don't know who I play yet. I think it's either Evan or Rogu. So until next time, Bash out.